to, or is just going to have deeper feelings than just like a regular relationship. It's like a more serious relationship. Um, so I do see that there could be some distance between you guys. And because like the hanged man's coming out for how your relationship is going to be. And to me, that also represents distance, of other things. And then we also have the Three of Wands here for your communication between the two of you guys, which also is like just there's space between you guys. You guys are like worlds apart, or maybe like you guys are long distance, or you guys have to travel towards one another. You're like waiting for them to cross the ocean to come to you, or something like that. And then we have the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is again about like being apart and like distance, some sort of stagnancy. And then the Fool also is travel energy. So definitely this could be the case that you guys are, I don't know, you guys meet somewhere where like there's just a really, really strong first connection between you guys. Now, you don't have to meet like online or anything. You can meet in real life. I just see, and you don't have to live apart from each other. It could live in your town, in your city, or whatever. But I just see like some sort of travel that needs to be had, and like maybe a little bit of like distance between you guys and your connection. But okay, so let's go through this. Um, so I do feel like this person is going to have a lot of love for you, with the man holding a heart coming out, and about like just this is just kind of like overall your connection, you know? And with man holding a heart, this person doesn't have to be a man, but there's definitely strong masculine energy. So if you are looking for a man, I do feel like he will have a lot of love for you. This does remind me of Scorpio energy, and just they have a big heart and they have a lot of love to give. And I do feel like this person's going to love you. So this person's going to fall in love with you. um you guys are going to have a very strong spiritual connection, so you guys are probably on some level soulmates. That's why you guys probably recognize each other right away, although that's kind of a myth. Like that's not necessarily always true, where your soulmate, you're going to look at them and be like, oh my god, you're the one. I just know it. Like that's not always the case, you know. But in this case, in your case, I do kind of sense that like you're going to kind of look at each other and it's just going to be like, whoa. With outlook here as well, this is about worldviews. And then we also have the hanged man. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but I'm just going to say what I see. I kind of feel like with how this connection is going to be and the hanged man coming out, I honestly feel like you guys are going to gain a different like perspective or worldview. You're going to gain some sort of a new way of looking at things, a new way of thinking. Maybe you will have a spiritual awakening, or this person will, or some sort of realizations or epiphanies, like a new way of thinking. Because this hanged man, you know, this guy's hanging upside down from a tree, looking at the world from a different perspective. And when you do that, when you switch up your environment and you look at things from a different way, you get to see things differently, and most often than not a lot more clear, right? You're not stuck in your tunnel vision anymore. You're kind of seeing things from a higher perspective. And this is a very spiritual energy. So I feel like you guys are going to have very deep conversations, very spiritual conversations. So I do see that you guys, because you guys have that spiritual connection, a lot of your communication will be based in just bigger ideas, bigger things, full of philosophical things. You know, we have the Three of Wands here for your communication, which is Wands energy that's very passionate. You guys even have a lot of passionate conversations about things that you both believe in, and to try to have each other see like either your own world views, but also just you guys probably will have very similar mindsets about the world, and you guys are going to open each other's eyes even more. You can have those deep, deep spiritual conversations. We have the Death card here with more Scorpio energy, this Pisces. So there's just a lot of like that watery energy here. So I feel like that's it's just gonna be like a solid like it's gonna feel like a soulmate. Like this is probably your soulmate, or at least on your path, like one of your soulmates. Um, so who this person is? Okay, so this person is showing up as the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this person is a very, again, more water energy. So this person could definitely be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But this person is very emotionally like fulfilled and happy and content. So with the Nine of Cups, this to me shows that this person perhaps has walked away from something in their life, because right before the Nine of Cups comes in the Eight of Cups, and that's about leaving something behind that no longer resonates with you or makes you happy, and you move towards self-discovery. You move away from that which is comfortable and it's not horrible, but it's just not 100% anymore. There's more to life, and you try to go find meaning, right? You walk towards the mountains and you try to find your truth, you try to find yourself. And then you get to the Nine of Cups, which is like, okay, I'm alone and I'm okay being alone, and I have found my inner peace, my happiness, my wish fulfillment, but it comes from within. It comes from me. It doesn't come from anyone else. It doesn't come from outside of me. So I think you're the person that you're going to be dating next, or like this person that you're in a relationship with, is very emotionally mature and stable and wise, and they have achieved a level of emotional contentment in their life. Okay, so that just shows me that they definitely have been through some hardships in their life that has forced them to do this. They aren't the type of person that lives in their comfort zone. They definitely like to expand and grow as a person and go towards their dreams, go towards their happiness. This Nine of Cups is also about wish fulfillment. I think this person likes to manifest or knows how to manifest, and they are creating their dream life, like they're manifesting their dream life. This person's also very happy and joyful, and they're a very positive person, so they have, I think, a very positive mindset on the world. And you guys will definitely this person seems to me like a free spirit, because why this person is in your life, why you guys are in a relationship together, is the Fool. And this is like to achieve freedom, like to be free. Like this is a very strong soulmate, actually. Like, the more I'm talking about this, like, for sure this person's a strong soulmate of yours. Like, this, either you're here to do this for them or they're here to do it for you, or just like the dynamic between you guys, the way that your energy gets mixed together. This is just what it creates within the both of you, but it has this element of freedom and trusting the universe more, becoming more spiritual, more in tune with your intuition, having more faith and hope, and sort of like not knowing what the future holds, but being willing to take that leap of faith because you do trust in the path, you trust the process, you trust the universe, you trust yourself, you trust your soul. It's like this very soulful way of living. And I just feel like that's kind of like, if you're already like that, I feel like this person's already like on that page. That's why you guys have such a strong spiritual connection, is because you guys are both kind of living life in that kind of way. Because this person has definitely attained that level of like emotional maturity. And so why you guys are together is the Fool. So I feel like this is going to also require that you take a leap of faith towards this relationship and towards this person. You might be scared. There might be some things that are holding you back. But honestly, like, I just think that the first impressions are so positive, and this person is so lovely and loving and warm and just makes you feel so good, that and gives you so much pleasure. Just like, this person just makes you feel good. Like, you feel good with them. And I'm just feeling like good vibes overall, like, from this person and for this connection. So it's like, as long as you're just following that and tuning into your heart space and what feels good, right? Like, listening to your body. If you feel passionate, if you feel happy, if you feel like this is right, then go ahead and take that leap of faith. Um, and I think this person is going to also teach you how to live more in the moment and to be more free spirited. This person is definitely going to make you think in different ways, like shed light on things, and like that you used to look at one way and now you would look at it in a different way, or maybe like vice versa, like you do this to this person. Um, this is going to be such a beautiful, successful, happy, abundant relationship, very passionate relationship, a lot of passion between you guys. But look, judgment coming out, like, this is a highly, highly divine and spiritually orchestrated, universally orchestrated connection. This is definitely part of your destiny. Um, it's like it's like this is like a holy beginning for you. Why are you guys together? With the Fool being the first card in the tarot, and the major arcana, and just the whole tarot. This is, you're with this person because they're meant to provide you with a brand new freaking beginning in life, and it's a new beginning in a way that you haven't really done before. Like, you haven't done life this way before. You never felt so good before. You've never felt so successful before. You've never felt so recognized and seen for who you are before. So praised and acknowledged and put on a pedestal, by this person with the Six of Wands. And it's like with Judgment coming out, it's just a highly spiritual connection. And it's happening all for a reason. Like, this is part of your soul's path, and it's meant to, because the Judgment card is about leaving behind the past that is not serving you and moving towards, like, moving forward and like following your truth and being more spiritually aligned, trusting the universe more. So it is like, it's just this whole new way of living. And that's what like this relationship is doing for you. It's going to be a whole new life is what I'm feeling. This is like big. It's like a big huge deal. This is definitely a serious soulmate and serious relationship. Um and there's something about like learning a lot of wisdom from this person or through this connection, learning a lot of wisdom from each other. There's something about soul searching, self discovery. um I kind of feel like the main purpose of this connection is spiritual growth. It's soul evolution. And that's not to say that like that's all it is. It's just that's what soulmate relationships are about, right? Like, they really help you evolve. But there's also so much fun and pleasure in this connection. So it's not like a karmic. I'm not getting like this is a karmic partner who's going to teach you a lot through a lot of pain. This is like a true soulmate. Like, this is somebody that you could absolutely end up with, like, long term. Because we do have potential outcome to Two of Pentacles, so it's like you're gonna have to make a choice. We'll clarify that. Um, so I saw a huge ego death because the Ten of Swords is about like it's it's about ending a certain way of thinking. It's like something like coming to an end, and it's very painful. And then with the Tower as well, it's like the way that you operate, the way that you see yourself, the way you see the world, the way you think, like all of that is like almost like an illusion, and it gets shattered. It gets shattered through this connection, and you can see differently. Maybe like um because the Hierophant is about institutions and just systems and the church and religion and traditions and conventionalism. So maybe this is just kind of saying like the way like that whole, whether it's you or them, like whoever has a worldview where like you have to operate in this kind of way. You're operating out of programming, patterning, um, conditioned ways of being, just very limited way of thinking or seeing the world. I feel like that is going to be shattered. Like, that's going to come to an end, and you're going to gain a whole new perspective on the world, a spiritual perspective. Like, I'm telling you, this is like a spiritual awakening. And if that's you in this situation, then this person is going to have that, a very powerful connection, very transformative connection. Someone is here to wake up. Someone is here to spiritually ascend. Ascendant. Oh my God, ascendant. Someone is here to ascend to a higher level of being, to Pleasure Island. And this isn't just physical, sexual pleasure, whatever. This is about true pleasure in life, right? Because, like, once you wake up and you see the world, like how beautiful it is and how we're all connected and how the universe is here every freaking step of the way, and you are co creating and you're a manifester. And, when you wake up to your truth and who you are and like your power, it's everything is so pleasurable. Life is good. Life is happy. And who this person is the Nine of Cups. So I am getting that this person is kind of there. Um, and that's why I'm like, maybe they're teaching you a lot, but it could be reversed. Um, and there is serious commitment here with the Hierophant. There's marriage, there's commitment, but there's a lot of breaking through these traditions. So like, I'm kind of getting like this freeing yourself from traditional ways of being and doing things in life and doing things more authentically and aligned with your truth, like your higher truth, your belief system, your values. So with the Queen of Pentacles being how you guys feel about each other, you both like you look at each other as potential like life partners, very stable, very solid, very loyal to each other, very successful, nurturing, loving, caring. and just really somebody that you want to be in a relationship with. And so this is obviously the queen, so this is feminine energy. So whoever the feminine is, like they are being viewed as very successful, independent, strong, empowered, um, and just somebody that would make a great wife, somebody that would make a great girlfriend, or even mother. So there's like strong relationship vibes here of like settling down. I think that's kind of like you feel about each other that you want to settle down with each other, like you want to be in a relationship. And this is traditional energy, so there is something though, like maybe one or the maybe the feminine is more traditional and the masculine is not, because we have man holding a heart, which is emotional, right? Being true to your soul, being true to your heart, being true to feeling your feelings, right? And a lot of times that doesn't come out as traditional. That's not really, it's like I just say what I feel, like I express my heart, and like that's who I am. I'm the fool, I'm a free spirit. But the Queen of Pentacles maybe is a little bit more guarded with her emotions. Maybe she's a little bit more traditional with how she does things. And so maybe the feminine is a little bit more like that. And then the masculine kind of like opens her up to like a new way of thinking and relating, and to even her own emotions or something like that, or opens up her heart, um, or allows her to be more in her heart, or allows her to be more like spiritual, right? Because I feel like the feminine is spiritual. Like we have all these crystals here, so it's like, but she's putting a mask on. It's like this Queen of Pentacles has a mask on. It's like she doesn't want to show her true self to the world. It's so she's like putting up a front, like secretly she's a spiritual person. Like she has all these crystals like around her, whatever. She has this wand. Um, but it's a Queen of Pentacles. Like again, it's just very like traditional energy, go by the book, follow the rules, whatever. And but like so that she's wearing this mask almost to appear as like that's she's a good girl, like that's what she does, she doesn't have a dark side, she doesn't have a taboo side, like she doesn't um she's just trying to like fit in, and have everybody's approval. But I feel like that's exactly what's going to get shattered in this relationship, and be like, no, 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 girl, like you are a beautiful divine being with a lot of power and spiritual gifts, and you're gonna express that, and like that's what's going to come to life, like I feel like in this connection. It could be for the masculine, like obviously, but I'm just like, this is the guy, this is a girl, and that's kind of how I'm getting the energies, but it could be flipped, absolutely. Okay, so with the three of wands for the communication between you guys, I honestly feel like you guys are going to have a lot of telepathic communication, because this woman is holding this light, almost like setting out a beacon, and communication through energy, through light. So I feel like you guys have this strong spiritual connection. You guys will definitely be able to sense each other, what each other is thinking. It's higher level communication. So it's not just like, okay, verbally, like I tell you what I feel. You guys are both very spiritual people, and you guys just you're soulmates, so like you just feel each other, and you almost like hear each other in your heart, in your energy. And I think you guys are going to be communicating in that way, like in the 5D, perhaps even through dreams. But like I said, with the three of wands, there is like waiting, so delays and waiting to hear back from them. So the communication might be a little bit slow, or like slow to take off. So you guys might be like mirroring each other when it comes to communication. With 38, 38, the repeating numbers or whatever. 3 is about communication though, like that is a very social energy. And then 8 um, is about abundance. So I don't know. I'm almost feeling like there could be some sort of a third party impacting this connection. And this could just be in the beginning where like there is not a lot of communication for a certain period, because the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something, and maybe this person's walking away from a job or changing jobs, and maybe that's why they're at a distance, is because they are trying to maybe move closer to you, or maybe live where you live, you know what I'm saying, like just like come closer in geographically, if they do live at a distance. And so this person could be like leaving a job or dealing with something to do with work. Third party isn't like, I'm not sensing that it's a person like cheating, like secrets, like that kind of energy. I'm not sensing that. I'm sensing like there's a physical thing in their life that they're dealing with that they're like leaving behind and moving quickly towards you, moving quickly towards you with the 8 of Wands, making changes, because 8 is about change and movement, and it is a positive like energy. So I feel like there's a positive outcome here, but there's something about like waiting to hear back from them, or like waiting for communication. So instead, you guys are doing a lot of communication like energetically with the 3 of Wands. Um, but yeah, she's just like sitting on top of that hill, looking over and waiting and making a wish. So, but also your communication with the 3 of Wands, it's going to be very like mind blowing and expansive. So, um, when you guys do talk with this person, like I said, I feel like your conversations are going to be very like next level, higher level, um, using your higher mind, philosophical, deeper. And it is about like things that matter and like are more meaningful. I don't see a lot of like small talk or like bullshit types of conversations. I think you guys are going to have good communication. I think the 3 of Wands being here is not really saying it's not good communication. It's just there's like a little hiccup here that comes in the way of like you guys being able to like talk all the time, because there's like distance. But like once it gets figured out, I mean, there is a lot of positive communication between the two of you with the 8 of Wands at the bottom. So there is a lot of quick communication, back and forth communication. um so I do think that's like temporary, but overall, I think you guys have very positive communication. It's very passionate. And it's like kind of on the same page. It's like I said, you guys are mirroring each other. You guys have like similar perspectives and ideas and values and morals and just goals in life, right? Like your ambitions and like just where you want to go in life is very similar. And you guys are all about like learning and growing from each other with the 3 of Wands. It's about expansion and having the types of conversations that will like expand you and make you feel bigger, more empowered, and more strong. And give you this new like perspective. Yeah, there's just this a lot of Sagittarius energy too with that. So potential struggles here is death. Um, and I honestly feel like that's this ego death here. Like this 10 of Swords in this tower coming out, that is definitely going to be a struggle for whoever the person is that's dealing with that. Somebody is going through some sort of like an ego death, like a rebirth, accessing the more deeper, darker side of themselves. So like maybe one of you is like more um living in the light and owning the light, and just maybe there is a mask that they wear and it's like, oh, I'm happy and everything's fine, but they don't address those deeper part like issues that they have, that they like push down into the basement, and old wounds, things like that. And this relationship is asking for that person to do that, to go to that deep 8th house of scorpionic energy and figure out what's in the darkness, and bring it to the light. And I think that's going to be like a struggle here, because this relationship is calling you to ascend to a higher level. That's what this is. This is not a Mickey Mouse operation. Like this is a huge deal. So this is calling for your soul to evolve. This is about your soul, and your ego doesn't, your soul doesn't care about your ego. So it's like, whatever, let's get rid of that thing. Honestly, okay, so like your person, the person that you're going to be in a relationship with is showing up as the 9 of Cups. So like that's their energy. So I'm just feeling like the biggest trouble in this is going to be your opposing energies when it comes to bringing the dark into the light. Because the 9 of Cups is, like I said, a very emotionally stable, well, it's like an emotionally content energy, right? Like you've attained a personal fulfillment and happiness, like outside of anything. Like that's like some you've accomplished that emotionally. um and the only way to accomplish that emotionally is to go through this death process, to do the shadow work, the dark night of the soul, like to face that. That's the only way to get here. And because your person's already showing up in that energy, I feel like your person has been through that, and maybe you're struggling with that, or you will struggle with that, and it's like you're almost like resisting this, but that's why this person's in your life. This is about like a deep, deep like transformation, awakening, rebirth, evolution, ascension. Like I don't even know how to like express enough like how big of a deal this is. The Two of Pentacles is about like being really busy, taking care of the earthly tasks in life, right? Like having a lot of physical responsibilities, like work, cleaning, cooking, like just the earthly things that you have to do, like fixing this, fixing that, doing this, doing that. So it's like juggling a lot of different tasks and responsibilities, managing your time. I mean, like the Two of Pentacles does manage their time very well, but they're very busy. There's not a lot of being energy, it's a lot of doing energy. And then there's a lot of masculine was the Emperor, the King of Pentacles. But then there's a lot of stagnancy as well with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So the potential outcome of this connection is I feel like there could be a serious relationship here. Like obviously that's what we're asking about, serious relationship. This is a serious relationship. I feel like the masculine, whoever the masculine is, wants a serious relationship. They are ready to commit to the feminine. They are ready to settle down, be that protector, be the provider, be the traditional person for the feminine, this is very traditional energy, but also the Emperor is Aries, so it's like there's a little bit of fun, excitement, and fire there. It's not just like traditional boring stuff, because that's like one of the troubles with someone here is like that they are maybe too stuck in traditions and like conditioned ways of being. But there is like stability here in this connection. There's loyalty, there's long-term potential, there's longevity, there's like you guys want to be each other's, like that's the potential. However, there is this like the indecisiveness, and that could be on the feminine's part, like whoever that is, this indecisiveness to be like, well, do I want this or do I not want this? The Seven of Pentacles, just like reevaluating, reassessing everything, seeing if you do want to plant the seeds into this connection and invest, like because you guys are already in a serious relationship, but I think maybe when it comes to like ascending and taking it to that next level of like maybe moving in together, or maybe saying like, kind of saying that I love yous or something like that, it's like there's hesitancy here. And you're like gaining a new perspective, or like this, well, whoever, but like I'm sensing this is opposite of the masculine who already knows what they want. It's like kind of deciding like, what do I need to do? Like, so they're gaining a new perspective. So this person, it's like really going through it and really trying to like decide, see what they want in their future, how they want to move forward. I feel like this is definitely the feminine, like who is having the blocks and like holding back. The masculine knows what they want. They're like, yep, I want my empress, the emperor and the empress, like we're counterparts for soulmates, like let's go. But the empress is holding back. It's like afraid to step into her authenticity, her power, her magic, her weirdness, her spirituality, her divinity. It's almost like she doesn't maybe feel like she deserves love like this. She doesn't, maybe there are some wounds that she has um from her past relationships where she had to wear a mask and she had to play the role of mother or the perfect wife, and be play that role, and she's like, well, I don't know how else to be than to play that role. I don't know how to just be free and authentic in myself. And that's what this person is calling the feminine to do, is like, just be free. I love you the way you are. You're abundant and beautiful. You're everything. You are perfection itself. And for some reason, like the feminine can't see that about herself. So this relationship really is like for you, like whoever's the feminine. A lot of my viewers are females, so that's resonating with you. Like like to see your worth, to see your value. This person's definitely going to make you realize that, and you need to just like take that leap of faith. The Fool, you need to take that leap of faith. Like this relationship is good for you, and I think this is like your soulmate. Yeah, Ten of Swords, there you go again. There's some sort of ego death. You need to kill something about your self, you're relating to yourself, the way you think about yourself, some sort of pattern that you have that is not healthy. It's toxic. It's caused a lot of painful endings in your life, and it's not working out for you. And it's not going to be okay in this relationship, because this is a higher level relationship, higher vibrational, and this kind of energy is not going to be able to sustain. So either you elevate, or you're not going to be able to have a healthy, happy relationship with this person. This is your wish fulfillment, though, with the Star. You have to be strong. You're going to gain a lot of strength. The Lovers. Oh my God, this is your soulmate. It's Also, as far as timing, with the end of a tough cycle approaches, it could be after a tough cycle that you just experienced. Like I said, this person coming into your life is a whole new, brand new beginning, into a whole new way of being in a relationship. Like this is probably not a type of relationship you've ever been in. Maybe you have dealt with a lot of toxic people in the past, and that's why you have your guards up. And and you're playing this role of like being the perfect like partner, but like that's bullshit for you because you're like, well, that's not really actually who I want to be or who I am. I don't want to just um be at home, the housewife cooking and cleaning, or if you're the guy like just providing and going to work 50,000 hours a week and then that's our life. Like I want to be authentic. I want to be free. I want like live my life. I want to have pleasure in our lives. Like um I want more, than just that traditional role. And so I don't know, maybe that's like your past relationships, like that's kind of how it's been. And so a good sign of when you're gonna meet this person or when you're ready for them really, like when you're ready for them to come into your life, because you have to be energetically ready is when you complete a really, really tough cycle in your life. So whether that is letting go of something from your past that's not allowing you to move forward, or there's still some like healing work you have to do, or shadow work, or just whatever. Or it could be just something more physical, like you have to complete a program or a job, or your financial independence, gain, more stability there or something. Whenever that reaches its conclusion is when so you'll know what that is for you. It's something big in your life. That's when love is going to come into your life. And I think it's going to happen pretty quickly once this cycle is released. It's going to happen pretty quick because we have Capricorn, then we have Aquarius. And with Aquarius is bring love into the situation. So the love is going to come into your life. And Capricorn next month is Aquarius. So that just shows me like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen a month later, but that just shows a really quick turnaround. So like from the moment that you're letting this go and this cycle ends, really quickly things are gonna start shifting for the better. Okay, so I feel like it's gonna happen soon. So we have the Eight of Wands. Um, this is a quick moving energy. It's a very positive omen. It's just a yes card, and it's the wands, and that's like fire, and that moves really, really fast. This is also summer energy, so this could definitely be August as well, like Leo season. This could also be in the summer, like summertime. So now we have winter and summertime coming out. Like apply it to your situation as it resonates. But also it could be in like I'll just say it. It could be in 8 days because, like I said, Wands is quick movie energy. Now, if that's like a little too quick for you, it could be 8 weeks. That something significant is going to happen, and or 8 months. So like eight, okay. And we also saw eights here. So basically, eight is also about karma. So I feel like this is part of your positive karma that you're going to have this beautiful relationship come into your life. This is something that it's written in the stars, like it's written in your soul contract. It is going to happen. I think once the cycle ends and like you really do like let it go, like things are going to start shifting really, really quickly, turning around, and this love is going to come into your life. So as far as time, I would just say like it's happening soon. Like it's happening real quick. Like look out, be ready. Anytime from like now to next to winter time, like whenever you're watching this, the timeless reading. So yeah, that is your reading, pile one. I really hope that that resonated with you and it gave you some guidance and some excitement, something to look forward to. If you enjoyed this reading, I'd love it if you liked the video, commented, let me know how it resonated, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your journey. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. So we chose the green opal. This is your reading about your next serious relationship. So we're going to get all of the details about who this person's going to be with, why you guys are in this relationship together, how's it going to be, how you feel about each other, the communication between the two of you, potential struggles that you might face. We're going to try to get some timing and then the potential outcome of this connection. So we have our first oracle card here, and I have some other ones pulled, and let's get into your reading. So we have soulmate. Well, there you go. Reading over. No, so yeah, your next serious relationship is going to be with your soulmate, a soulmate. Um, I'm cautious about using that term and just throwing it out there all loosely, like, oh my God, it's your soulmate. We have many soulmates in our lives, I believe. And some are here to stay forever and some are here for a shorter period of time. So we'll figure out what kind of soulmate it is, but you guys definitely have a strong soulmate connection. So that is already beautiful. We have potential. We have eighth house, intimacy, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic, capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking, the underworld. Okay, so that's scorpionic energy. I feel like you guys are gonna have a very deep and intense connection, very intense sexual connection, a lot of good like sexual chemistry between you guys, a lot of passion, and I kind of feel like a lot of taboo things like you guys are gonna do together. So whether like like you're into tarot and this person is too, like things like that, or the occult, but also like in the bedroom, I'm sensing like your intimate life, like your sex life is going to be very like trying new things and doing things that like are more taboo, that people don't really want to talk about, those darker aspects like that. There could be some like obsession here between the two of you, like just obsessive thinking about each other, but there's a lot of potential here. And then I also see this volcano as like an eruption, so I honestly think you guys are gonna have really good sex. I know I'm coming in real hot with the sex stuff. I mean, that's just like what's coming out. Um, I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of passionate, like hot sex and a lot of erections going on. Um, yeah. And then we have woman holding a heart, number 44. So man holding a heart came out in pile one. So maybe that late is linked together in some way. Like that will describe one energy and this describes the other. I don't know, but that's there. So let's pull out your tarot cards to get all those questions answered. So I'm pulling one tarot card for each of the question. So let's see. Pile two, who is their next serious relationship with, and like what is it going to be like? So pile two's next serious relationship. What can you tell us about pile two's next serious relationship? Okay, so who this person is the Two of Wands. Why you guys are in a relationship together is the Seven of Cups. How is this relationship going to be is the Five of Cups. How you feel about each other, the Six of Pentacles. The communication between the two of you guys is the Knight of Pentacles. Potential struggles that you guys might face is the Knight of Wands. And then potential outcome is the World. And then we'll get timing at the end. And then we have Page of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to definitely clarify some of these. Okay, so who this person is they are coming through as the Two of Wands. So I feel like this person is a little bit maybe like a slower moving energy, slower moving person, because we have for your communication the Knight of Pentacles, which is like of the slowest moving knight, and it's just very methodical, strategic, thinking things through, is not at all spontaneous. It's just very like traditional and follows the rules and goes by the book. I would say it's a little bit boring as far as communication is concerned. So it's not the most exciting, like passionate, lively energy. It's just very like to the book, does what makes sense. It's very practical, logical, like it just does what it knows. And it doesn't go outside of that because it's already a tried and proven, method or whatever. Um, so, and then with this person being the Two of Wands, this is Wands, so this is good because they have some fire in them, right? But it is the Two of Wands, which is a more stagnant energy. It's about waiting, about planning, preparing for how to make your move. So this type of person, the person you're going to be in a relationship with, is the type of person who doesn't just jump impulsively into doing things, but they think things through. They have a plan of how to move forward. But when they know they want something and they see they want something, they do pursue. It just takes a little longer. So it is a little slower moving energy and a little bit more careful, as opposed to like carefree and impulsive and spontaneous. So not getting Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries vibes, because those are fire signs. Obviously, more earth signs I'm getting, or even like fixed signs. Um, so that would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Scorpio, Aquarius. But yeah, but like this person though, like that you're the person that you're to be in a serious relationship with next is a dreamer. Like they do have big goals and dreams in life. They have a lot of plans, you know, for like what they want to do, and they dream big, and they do go after their dreams. It's just like I said, like they're more of the type of person that like thinks things through and makes sure that it's gonna work out, and they need to, it's just, yeah, it's just not so like free flowing. Yeah, so let's just clarify that. What else can you tell me about the Two of Wands? The only, I guess, like negative would be that they are a little bit more stagnant and like slow, like not moving. Like this Two of Wands is not moving. So just like what else can you tell me about Two of Wands? The Five of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, this person's just really indecisive. Okay, so the person that you're going to be in a serious relationship with next, your soulmate, is just a very, it's very hard for them to make a decision, and maybe that's why they stay behind, not making a decision and not moving toward like forward like quickly, following like their gut instinct and just doing the freaking thing, because they live in a lot of fear. I think that they probably have gotten abandoned or rejected or neglected, possibly in their childhood. That could be like some childhood stuff coming up there with the Five of Pentacles. Or they, you know, went through some sort of like a relationship ending that left them feeling like not good enough, or like left out in the cold, heartbroken, broken, period. Maybe they lost some of their things, like their home, money, like their whole world, you know, collapsed. So who knows what this person went through, but they definitely have some fears around perhaps being rejected or abandoned. And I think this is why they're a little bit slow to approach and a little bit slow to pursue, is because they get a little confused of like, what should I do? Like how should I move forward? And instead of actually making a choice and doing it, they stay stuck and like in the planning phase, maybe for a little bit too long. So you definitely have to be patient with this person. Um, so as far as like why this person is in your life is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about, okay, so it's about fantasies, right? Fantasizing, dreaming, daydreaming. It's also about confusion, especially emotionally, not seeing things clearly. It's also about having a lot of options. It's also about creativity and having a lot of different spiritual gifts and creative things. Um, hmm. The first thing that I'm getting from the Seven of Cups of like why this person is in your life is, I don't know, to create some sort of confusion. I know that sounds weird, but it's like you're gonna be confused, which I know, I'm sorry, that it's already like a red flag in a relationship. Let's just see what's going on here. So the Seven of Cups, why group two is with this person? Why is the Seven of Cups? So you're comfortable about the Seven. The Moon. Okay, so there's just so many unknowns here. There's secrets. So why? Because you don't know. Like you're not meant to know why you're in this connection with that. You won't know. Maybe the universe doesn't want to tell you why you're going to be in this connection with this person. This is oftentimes like when the universe doesn't reveal why something is, it's because if you knew, it would kind of defeat the purpose of like you going into this connection. And it wants you to learn on your own instead of the universe telling you what you need to learn. It wants you to figure it out on your own, because there's some sort of karmic lessons that you have to learn in that situation. Um, so it's not known to you. It's unknown. It's deep below the surface. It's confusing. There's no clarity around why you are with this person. So moving on to how is this connection going to be? We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so this is about grieving a loss. This is about sadness, disappointment, focusing on the negative, not the positive. It's really just about sadness. So how is this relationship going to be? The Five of Cups. Why is it that the Cups here? Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, the Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, Judgment. I mean, the seven, okay. Let me, before I start talking, clarify the Knight of Wands for potential struggles. Why is the Knight of Wands potentially struggling here? Um, well, how you feel about each other is the Six of Pentacles. So the way that you feel about each other is that you both view each other as like you want to be in a relationship with each other. You know, as the Six of Pentacles, you want balance and harmony in this connection. You want to be kind, giving, compassionate, selfless with one another. You want to provide for each other. You put each other on a pedestal. Um, you want to give, like you want to give to each other. Where did this come from? I think it came from I don't even know when that fell out. Um, so what's the world for potential outcome of this connection? Clarify the world for potential outcome of this connection. Hmm. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. I'm just gonna be real with you because there's no need to sugarcoat things. Okay, like I'm just gonna tell it to you straight. And if you want to claim this message, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. This is, I guess, a heads up. When I was pre-shuffling for your cards, I did see a couple things. I saw karmic partner. I saw secrets coming out, and they came out with like multiple cards. So I told the universe I only want one card. So like soulmate came out, but you know those energies did come out. And then we have like this eighth house of secrets and mystery and just the unknown, and then all of this secretive energy. Then we have the Seven of Swords coming out here with the Knight of Wands, which is like a player energy. And then that's coming out with the Queen of Swords for the world and the Page of Swords at the bottom. The overall vibe I'm getting is that it doesn't matter, I guess, who it is. I feel like it's more the feminine, because like we do have woman holding a heart here, so whoever the feminine is, that but it could be a masculine, like apply how it resonates. So I'm just gonna say it's the feminine, just to make this easier. Has a really really big heart, a very kind, compassionate heart, who does love very deeply, is very intuitive, maybe even psychic, feels energy very deeply, empathic, you know, just kind of that energy, like scorpionic energy with Scorpio here too. It could be Pisces, Cancer, just like whatever. But to feel like the feminine has like this big heart and a lot of love to give. And the feminine is dealing with this other party, the masculine, who is a little bit more hesitant, a little bit more slower moving. They are wounded, like they've been through some shit in their life to where they have issues, like they have abandonment issues. There's a lot of potential in this connection. You know, everything is so like hot and fiery and intense, but it almost reminds me of like a karmic relationship, honestly. So it's like a karmic soulmate where they do come into your life to teach you lessons, and this lesson could honestly be your own sovereignty and your own selfhood and your own independence and self-reliance and standing up for yourself and knowing your worth, you know, and not settling, because the outcome is the Queen of Swords. So this is like the feminine being in that Queen of Swords energy, cutting this out and ending the cycle. Like you've learned everything you can from this relationship, and then that's it. And like what you're learning from this is unknown to you. So like the universe isn't revealing why you're meant to be in this connection. Um, and that's what brings me to feel like you perhaps do need to go through this, because if the universe were to tell you, like, okay, you're meant to learn strength, it's like, okay, cool. I'm just going to learn it on my own. I don't want to deal with this person. I'd rather just go off and find other ways to learn strength instead of having to deal with this bullshit. but it's like the universe not telling you what you're learning. I always feel like it's specifically this relationship that will allow you to learn the lessons you need to learn on a karmic level, on a soul level. That I know that doesn't sound nice, and no one wants to like go into a fucked up situation. So that's where you have your free will, and you don't have to. But I'm just the messenger. Don't kill me, because I am sensing that there's grieving here, there's sadness, there's disappointment, and this is how your relationship is going to be. I feel like one or the other is going to be left sad and broken. Like, I don't think this is going to work out long term. I don't think that this is your long term soulmate. I think this is a karmic partner, and this person, it has a lot of secrets. They're hiding a lot. There could be cheating involved because we have this third party situation. Um, and with the Eight of Wands coming out here, this is about moving forward. I think like moving forward towards your dreams, leaving the past in the past with judgment, like leaving shit in the past that is not for you, not serving you, moving forward more positively, moving towards your happiness, moving away from this toxic situation or toxic trait that or like just toxic patterns that this person has. And the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy, so take that how it resonates. But this is like a very stubborn person, I feel. A very stubborn, very maybe even like stoic, or things like they're like power, control, authority that's like important to them. Maybe they're like the false Hierophant, to where like they think they have control over you and they don't, and like you need to stand up to them. With eighth house, this is Scorpio, this is about power, control. So this person might be very possessive and very controlling, and that's like something that's going to leave you sad, and it doesn't work, even though like the way you guys feel about each other is the Six of Pentacles. So it's like that's a very, I mean, that could be read in many ways. That's like a positive energy, but also often the Six of Pentacles is off balance. We have um the pentacles, they're not even. So maybe this could be a one-sided relationship where the feminine is giving more love and giving more to the connection than the masculine. And for some reason, maybe that's the lesson in there that the feminine has to learn. And I do want to point out that like maybe you don't have to go through this connection. Maybe it's enough to know that this is the pile you chose, this is what you're attracted to. And that's just telling you, like, well, maybe there's still some work I have to do around my self worth and around the types of people I'm attracting. Because this is not the type of partnership I want to attract. I want to attract that more divine, higher level soulmate. And so if I'm still attracting this, there's something still blocked in my energy. So I'm going to go and be the hermit and do some more self work. So you don't necessarily have to go into this relationship to teach you. I think it will definitely elevate you, but also like you don't have to. You can just figure it out on your own without this, but just become self-aware. If this is resonating with you, of course. Because like I don't want you going to a relationship to where you get hurt, and like that no one wants to go through that. But a lot of times like pain is where the most growth is. And like with the eighth house coming out, I think maybe those are some of the issues that you could maybe perhaps push down into the basement, where that you don't want to look at. Like you're like, no, I don't want to feel pain, I don't want to go there, I don't want to address these issues, I don't want to feel like rejected, I don't want to feel abandoned because it hurts too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and pretend like I don't have those triggers and fears, and I'm just gonna protect myself and avoid these types of situations, thinking that you can protect yourself in that way. But sometimes we need those situations in order to really evolve us. But I'm not at all advocating that you enter into an abusive, toxic relationship. That's not what I'm saying. It's just you'll feel it. Like if this person comes into your life and you guys are hitting it off and you feel like there's potential and you feel like there's good intimacy, like all of it, and it's working and it feels right. Like trust your intuition, because the Seven of Cups, this is confusion about what's going on. And then the moon is like triggering all of your deeper feelings and all of that. But this is also highly intuitive energy. I do feel like you're highly intuitive. So entering into this relationship, tune into yourself, check in with yourself and see, do I need this? Does my soul need this? Like, like be smart about it. Don't just say yes, just like discern for yourself. Like, what do I want? What do I need, rather? Um, And if your soul's calling you to go and pursue this person, even though there's red flags, even though there's some shit that is not sitting well with you, but for some reason your soul's kind of like, fuck, like I need to do this. Why is meditation telling me to pursue when I kind of already see that it won't work out? Sometimes it's because we have to learn some deep soul lessons from that connection. That's a karmic partner that you sign up with. For this lifetime to learn those things. I've personally been through this, so I am speaking from experience when I say that. And it sucks and it's hard, but sometimes like that was the biggest relationship that taught me the most about like I elevated from that, and it sucked, but like I elevated. So yeah, just that's like that, and just be smart and just like discern for yourself. Um because okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, which kind of already talks about the communication. It's just very slow to develop. It's very, I kind of feel like it's going to be boring. Like it's not going to be. I feel like you guys will have a lot more physical passion between you guys rather than like communication. Communication will be very like earthy. Just like, hey, how's work? What are you doing tomorrow? What do you want to eat? What movie do you want to watch? Just like very human. It's not like philosophical or out there or next level or spiritual. No, it's just very normal and traditional. And like the things that people talk about, it might actually be boring. Like it might actually bore you. Like you might not actually have that stimulation that you need for your soul, your heart. Like just like, maybe you're more soulful and like you're not getting that from this person. Um, and then we have the potential trouble is the Knight of Wands. So this in and out energy, this, kind of, called the player, and not always, but like depending on what the situation is, I'm definitely getting that. Just a person who's afraid of commitment, who doesn't want to settle down, just like a free spirit, adventurous, spontaneous, like just does what he wants and doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself, basically. And so, if you are dealing with this kind of person, that might be why, like that might be why this person's so slow to approach and pursue and commit, because they are this Knight of Wands who just wants to play around. Um, and it's just weird because this person is like wanting a relationship with you. Like there is love here. And that's why I think this is showing up as a soulmate and it's showing up as like a serious relationship, is because this person isn't just like, hey, let's just fool around and I don't want anything. No, this is a serious relationship. Like I think like if you claim this message, whatever, like you're gonna be in a relationship with this person. It's going to there's gonna be love here. Like there's gonna be deep feelings and emotions here. There is potential here. Like this, maybe you're in this person's life to elevate them, to make them realize their own toxic patterns and to provide love, because I do see that you're such a loving person, and you're providing love for this person that they might have never gotten in the past or in their childhood, and they crave it but they don't know how to receive it. So like they want it but they don't know how to deal with it. I'm getting really strong dismissive avoidant vibes, like emotionally unavailable, like dismissive avoidant attachment style. I know it sounds like not at all like what anyone would want, but it is what it is. It's coming out, and I just feel like there is a lot of love here between you guys. There's this potential for happiness, and moving positively forward, but there is a lot of like new, like the Hanged Man. Like someone's gonna have to gain a new perspective in order to receive that love or to move forward. There needs to be a shift in energy and mindset. And I think it's up to the person. And I think it's like the person that you're dealing with, to see things in that way and to elevate. Because if they choose to live in fear, they're not going to elevate, and then it's going to be all screwed up. So it is their choice, it's their free will. And that's why they're showing up as a serious relationship, because I do see that there's potential. And honestly, with um, like that's why there's a lot of like back and forth messages. Like it's not just like this person's like a player and they're gonna cheat on you. No, I don't necessarily think they're gonna cheat on you. I just feel like they have a lot of secrets, a lot of shit they don't want to deal with. Like a lot of um things is locked up in their eighth house, like they don't want to bring to the light because they're afraid. And I feel like your abundant love for them is going to definitely change their perspective on a few things and see you as like someone they want to build with and have like a family with, and you make them very happy. Like there's a lot of happiness in this connection, but Is this person capable? Is this person capable of elevating? And do you want to deal with that? I don't even know why this would come out in an actual relationship reading, because I feel like anyone who would hear this would be like, no, thank you. I don't know. Maybe though your soul needs to experience this. Who knows? Uh, people do change, miracles happen. But okay, so for outcome of this connection is the World and Queen of Swords. Honestly, I kind of feel like there's karma with this person. I'm like, that's the only way I can make sense of this logically, because it doesn't make sense otherwise why anyone would want to be in a relationship like this, especially if they know it prior. What I'm getting from this relationship is this is solely to fulfill some sort of karma. This is something that your soul needs to do in order to like sign off, contract done, closed. Okay, we're good, moving on with my life. I could evolve now as a soul. It is purely for your like soul to like it's part of your contract with this person, because it's some sort of completion of karma, healing of karma. And when you heal your karma, you don't have to repeat that stuff. And like, it's big karma though. Like, it's big karma. It's not just like small stuff. I know everything's karma, but like, this is like stuff from past lives that needs to be completed here in this lifetime. And that's why it's showing up as a serious relationship. And because the World is about like a final cycle closing, completion. This is about divine order and timing. And so I'm getting shown karma energy from this with like the cycles, and it's the last cycle. And then with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're cutting it out, because you see clearly now. Whereas before you didn't see clearly, and maybe that's why you got into this situation. At the end of the cycle, at the end of the development of this connection, once you're done with it, you will see very clearly from a higher perspective, above the World, right? You're seeing the lotus flower growing, and you're transformed. You're transformed now, and you're seeing very clearly of what you need to do, and that is to twice, cut this person out of your life. But you have to go through what you went through, because all of those karmic lessons you have to learn. So that's what's happening here. So maybe you do need to go through this. Um, and I'm not necessarily saying like this person's like an abuser or like gonna beat you. That's not always toxic. Like, just like toxic isn't always like dealing with a narcissist or like a physically abusive person or whatever. Toxic could just be somebody who doesn't isn't on your level, and it triggers all of your wounds. Like they trigger a lot of your childhood wounds and like painful like feelings of like rejection or abandonment, and maybe you do this to them so that you can elevate, so that you can notice those things about yourself, or like how you project your own fears onto the other. Like, they trigger you in ways that nobody else can, and they're your teachers because they trigger you so that you can heal those like aspects of yourself. So toxic isn't always like you're gonna get killed. Like, no, it's like so that's not, obviously, if that's the case, like, don't enter into this relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I just hear you guys like almost like saying like, oh my god, I would never, why would I ever want to be in with someone like that? That's not what I'm saying. Don't be with someone who's gonna like physically hurt you or intentionally hurt you, or like a narcissist. I'm not getting that this person's a narcissist. I'm just getting this is a normal person who has normal issues like everybody else in their life, who is a soulmate of yours, who you came here to this earth to fulfill some sort of karma with. And this is the only person that can help you do that, because you guys signed a freaking contract together. And that's just how it works. So yeah. But I see that you're going to be cutting this person out of your life at the end. You're going to see very clearly. You're going to be very discerning. You're going to be very strong within yourself, a little bit hardened from this situation, but you're going to just feel very empowered, and you're going to feel on top of the world. At the end of this, you're going to feel on top of the world, cycle completed. You're not going to be left broken. You're not going to be left hurt. You're not going to be left traumatized. So there's a happy ending here. So I would say it is safe to enter this relationship. Obviously, use your own discernment, but I would say it's safe based on this energy that I'm seeing here, because you're going to gain so much strength in the end. And for some reason, that in itself is where like what you need to do to get to that next level in your life. So this relationship really gets you to your next level in your life. Um, and and that way, on the soul level, it is a positive experience. On a human level, it might not be so easy and nice. There might be a lot of pain. You might have to face pain, but that's your own shadow that you're facing. that you have to do, like heal. And then let's get some timing on this. So when can pile 2 expect to be in this relationship? Luck is on your side, New Moon Sagittarius. So that's good. We have some positive energy there. So obviously, like Sagittarius season could be a time frame, which is in December. We have it's time to take action, New Moon and Aries at the bottom. So that's fire energy. So this could happen quickly, but let's just see what the tarot has. So what is the timing on when pile 2 will be in this relationship? The 8 of Cups. You know what? You might already be in this relationship, or you might have already experienced this. This might just be a confirmation pile. You might already have gone through this and walked away from this and cut this person out. I wonder if that's the case. Please let me know in the comments, because I always feel like this is one of those piles where like you just need to hear it in order to confirm to you that you made the right choice and that you have been through this and that it was because there was lessons, and it's like that extra like, okay, I'm done. You know, your contract is fulfilled. Um because I see you walking away, like someone walked away. I don't know. And then the 5 of Swords, there was fight. There's all of this conflict here. So I'm kind of getting that you already went through this, or you're going through it right now, and you're being called to end it, cut it out, be strong within yourself, stand up for yourself, and just end it. And like this is yeah. And it's almost like your next serious relationship cannot come through. Like it can't come through in this energy in the reading because you're still dealing with this. Like you're still dealing with this toxic person who you do have to like leave behind so that luck can be on your side. It's time to take action. It's time to let go. It's time to leave. And luck is on your side. Like positive things are going to start turning around. Like things are going to turn around for you. And that could come during Sagittarius season, like whenever from now, like whenever you're watching this, or like a new moon in Sagittarius, whenever that is. But it could also be like from the time I'm recording this, like 5 months from now. So it could be that could be like a time frame for your next serious relationship. But I'm just almost sensing like this. Okay, and I know like if you're still here, like I'm so happy that you stayed because now we get to see that. I kind of feel like this is something that you're going through now or went through and you're healing from or needing to like close off. And that's why this is not your next relationship. This is about like, we can't get to your next relationship unless this is closed. So Spirit is not even wanting to focus on what's next for you because it needs to make sure that you know that this person you need to be done with. So I hope that that's resonating because I feel that a lot more than like this is your next relationship. Although that could be the case for a few of you. Like honestly, it could be where you do need to experience this type of thing, and that's how you grow and elevate. Like, of course, that can be a thing. So this is where you take what resonates. Yeah, so that is what it is. That's your reading pile 2. Sorry that that sucked, and but I hope that you got something out of that, and you got your clarity if this is something you're going through. And if so, if it's something that you haven't experienced yet, then obviously, like I said, you have free will and you don't have to say yes to anything that you don't want to say yes to. This is just a tarot reading, reading energies, and energies change all the time. So if you enjoyed this reading or gained some value out of it, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I hope to see you in my next video. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose the Chrysocolla crystal, this is going to be your reading. And today we're doing a reading on what is your next serious relationship going to be like. So we're going to get all the details, including who it's going to be with, why you guys are in this relationship together, how it is going to be, how you're going to feel about each other, what communication is going to be like, any potential struggles that you guys might face, and then the potential outcome of this, like longer term outcome of this relationship, because it is a serious relationship already. And then we're going to try to get some timing at the end of the reading about like when this could happen. So we have our first card. Actually, 2 cards came out, and then we have some more oracles that I shuffled, and then we'll do some tarot for the specific question. So for your cards, we have yes and incoming news. So this is very positive. I feel like just from these two cards that this is going to be a very positive relationship, a very like there's not a lot of resistance here because with yes, like the yes energy, yes man, it's just kind of like go with the flow, say yes to things, like try new things. Um and it's like this person's going to be very um receptive, I guess, to like what you have to say. And we also have incoming news, so I feel like there is going to be like strong communication between you guys. Like yes, like positive communication is what I'm getting between you guys. And then we also have the thinking woman, yeah. So that's like air energy, the thinking woman, very intellectual, intelligent, good with their words, witty. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And then we have community. So you guys might know each other from a community or meet in a community, a mutual group that you guys frequent. It could be school, something to do with studying. And then we have Taurus, the bombshell. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, right? Pleasure seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, deliberate. So those are all of the energies of Taurus. So obviously you could be a Taurus or this person could be a Taurus or they could just embody that energy of the Taurus. Which we will talk about, but let me get your other cards out for basically like all details on this relationship. So what else can you tell us for group 3 about what this relationship is going to be like for them? The next serious relationship. Group 3's next serious relationship. Group 3's next serious relationship. Okay, so who this person is going to be is the Fool. Why you guys are in a relationship together is the Six of Wands. How this relationship is going to be is the Queen of Pentacles. How you feel about each other is the Queen of Swords. The communication between the two of you guys is the Eight of Wands. It's a perfect card for that. Potential struggles you guys might face is the Page of Pentacles. And then the potential outcome is the High Priestess. Ooh, that's a very mysterious card for the outcome. You're just like, I'm not telling you. Four Wands at the bottom. Okay, we're looking good. Okay, so your next serious relationship that you are going to be in, I feel, is going to. I'm getting good vibes from this. I'm getting good vibes. The person that you're going to be in a relationship, they are showing up as the Fool. So I feel like this is the type of, this could be an Aries or Aquarius. That's what the energy is. This is a very free spirited, free flowing person. Yeah, like what I was saying with yes, like this person does just like go with the flow. They don't resist things. They don't resist change. They're very changeable, adaptable, versatile, and they have this ability to just kind of try new things without really knowing where they end up. Like they could have like a sense of mystery to them to where like they aren't afraid to go to those mysterious places, the darkness, all of that, because they have a very strong sense of faith. So they could be spiritual or they could just like be a very optimistic person who just trusts in the good of things and in the good of life, right? Just some, with the Fool, like, well, let's clarify because, obviously the Fool is like, la la la, I don't know anything. I'm just going to go forward and then I'm going to just walk off the cliff and hopefully I'm not going to die. So obviously you need like intelligence as well. You can't just be the Fool. So let me, like, what else can you tell me about the Fool? I'm going to do that again. I like all these cards keep coming out and I'm not feeling it. God, tell me more about the Fool. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, no. So this person is very intelligent. This person is very spiritual actually with the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. So, like I said, they are very like mysterious and mystical and sort of like um different. They're a little bit different. They're a little bit quirky. They're a little bit weird. Maybe they can stand out. I don't think they are very traditional. Like they live life a very authentically and free spirited and just kind of go like maybe even rebellious a little bit. They have a different mind, like a different way of thinking with the hanged man here. They have a different worldview, and I think it's because of this worldview that they're able to be so trusting of like, taking risks in life and taking those leaps of faith, knowing that like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Like that could be something that they say often is like it's all gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. It's like that kind of person. But they're not just saying it just to like soothe your ego or whatever. They're genuinely saying it from life experience. Because like they've been through enough experiences in life to where they have taken those steps and they have like done, taking those big leaps and things have worked out for them. And yeah, the road wasn't easy or whatever, but they realized that through all of those experiences, they came out on top, and this allowed them to gain a new perspective on life with the hanged man, a higher perspective, a more spiritual perspective, to trust life more. And they do have a very close connection, I think, with life, with like the way they live their life. A very positive person, but like experience, very wise, a lot of wisdom. And with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom, I feel like this person is a lifelong learner, like a student of life. They're all about just like constantly learning new things. They're very humble and very curious and inquisitive, and like just wanting to elevate and like constantly self-develop, like their interpersonal growth and personal development, and wanting to better themselves in their lives. They have big goals and big dreams that they want to conquer. And then the high priestess under that, more high priestess energy. So this person is definitely very deep and mysterious and intuitive. They're very intuitive, and if they're not spiritual, like claimed spiritual, they're definitely like a spiritual person. Like they don't have to call themselves spiritual in order to be spiritual. I think they just live very true to themselves. Um, yeah, trusting themselves. They really have a strong sense of their inner guidance system is very strong, and they really listen to it. They really follow their heart. So with the Six of Wands, like why you guys are together, it's for honestly like victory and success. And also I'm getting with this, like it could be like you guys are here to carry out like a life mission or like a joint purpose together. Or like what however long you guys are in this relationship together, there's something you guys are meant to achieve together, to where you get recognized for it or praised for it. Like there's some sort of success and accomplishment that is yours while you guys are together. And with the potential struggles that are coming out with the Page of Pentacles, it's like your person is, like I said, like the student of life and just like constantly wanting to learn and grow. And that coming up as a potential struggle is just showing me that maybe you're not wanting that as much, or like this person has like these big ambitions and goals, and they do want to like achieve something in their life, and that will be like a main focus of your relationship. But also it's like a potential struggle. We'll clarify why. Yeah, because maybe this person's just a little bit more stubborn and more like they are focused on their own spiritual development, but there's a lot of earth energy coming out. So I feel like this person is very focused on their material like success, and wanting to just like have a great career, have a lot of money, have a nice home, like with this Taurus energy. So that could be like something that comes in between you guys if this person's just like a little bit too much focused on that. Um okay, so let me just clarify the Six of Wands real quick. This Page of Wands does not, the Page of Pentacles does not want to go away. It could just flow out again. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So there's an ending here. So like, why are you guys together? It's to bring something to an end and to start anew, because the page is all about new energy. It's a new beginning, in learning something new, having to master a skill, gaining more life experience. So it's like there's something here that is ending. So what is this Ten of Swords? What is ending here? The Four of Swords, Six of Swords. There's so much swords. Oh my god, Queen of Swords and Eight of Wands. I think that either you or this person has been going through like a deep healing journey um with like the four swords, just like a very like independent journey of being alone and trying to like gain their own strength and power and find their own way, and realizing that a lot of the things that they have been dealing with in life are very toxic to them and they're not actually serving them or not like the path they want to be on. So it's like, and this could be used, or you're like moving away from that towards more like positivity, but in your mind. So maybe you struggle with like anxiety and overthinking and self-doubt and fears and self-limiting like beliefs about yourself, or but it is self-created, you know? And so maybe that's something that you do struggle with. You tend to overthink things and just have a lot of worries and anxieties. And this person's coming to as a person who is not like that. So that's I'm sensing that it's you, because this person seems to be like everything's gonna be okay, like it's gonna be fine. And it's not just coming from out of their ass, like they're actually like speaking from experience, and it has merit, like it's valid, because it's like, no, I've been through some shit and I know that always worked out fine, trust me. And you have to just trust this person. This person is going to bring you success and victory in your life, but only if you're willing to let go of that way of thinking, to cut out that way of, you're cutting out a way of thinking so that you can think more positively. Because the Queen of Swords, she cuts things out that are, you know, she cuts out bullshit. And so if your own thoughts are bullshit, then that's what you're putting an end to. And so it's kind of like moving away from that. And then the Eight of Wands is moving towards more like positive thoughts, positive communication, and learning a new way of maybe relating to yourself to where it is more successful. Um, and I do feel like in this connection, like there is a lot of success, and a lot of people are going to recognize you guys, and you guys are going to be seen by others, by your community. Okay, so there's something to do with like the public eye, and maybe like this thing that you guys do together, this little project or collaboration or whatever, could be to like help the community, or it's something that you guys do that the community recognizes you guys, or maybe this person already has a job like that, or you do, to where that's like a part of your connection. But it's like that's the why here. So it's the reason you guys are together is because you're meant to get your validation and your recognition and the admiration like that you so deserve, you know. This person will recognize you. I mean, this is like Sean Leo energy here, and that is about just like getting a lot of attention and love and praise from the other. So I feel maybe it is to like boost you up a little bit, to validate you. I know that doesn't necessarily sound like that healthy, because you need to validate yourself. But I just feel like maybe you have come from relationships where it was one sided and people were validating you and seeing the beauty that you are. And this person actually does, because the six is about balance and harmony. So it's like there's going to be this equal reciprocation of seeing each other finally. Like, yeah, I know what I deserve. I know I'm great, but like, why is every partner that I'm with doesn't realize that, like doesn't see my worth, like doesn't view me as special? Like, what does a girl or guy got to do to be recognized? You know, like I recognize myself, I see myself, but I also want my partner to see me the way I see me, you know? So I feel like, yeah, like something's going to come to an end where like you are moving away from that toxicity, and there's going to be happiness and victory here in this connection with you guys. um because like how's it going to be is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded, stable energy, very loyal, trustworthy, reliable, dependable, very successful and abundant, attracting all of the good things. So I think that this is going to be a solid relationship, like you guys are going to be together and um even move in together. I mean, there's a lot of like that physical energy here. So I think that your person will really want to like be in a relationship. You know, obviously this is a reading about your next serious relationship, so that's obviously gonna happen. But like with Taurus coming out and the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles like 100 times, I just feel like both of you guys are going to genuinely and naturally just want to commit to each other. Like that's gonna be no problem. Although you might have the tendency to overthink this. So I do feel like you might be like um like thinking too much into it when you don't have to, you know? So I guess just like be aware of that, because We have how do you feel about each other? We have the Queen of Swords. So for the Queen of Swords to come out for a feeling question, like how do you feel about each other? The Queen of Swords doesn't feel. Okay, she's all up in her head. All she does is thinks. She thinks through things, logically. Like, does this make sense? Does this align with like what I've been through and like my experiences? And do I need to cut you out, or do I like? She's very discerning. Like she's been through a lot, so she kind of like is a little bit, she could be a little cold and insensitive to things that she knows isn't for her. So she's not about to get emotional and be like, oh, what, but I feel bad for this person. No, she doesn't feel bad. She's just like, you suck at life because you are an asshole to me and you don't deserve to have me in your life. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut you out. So that's what the Queen of Swords says. So I just feel like maybe there's a blockage here in like how you guys feel about each other because of this like tendency to not be in your feels and to be a little bit more like in that Queen of Swords energy, because we have her twice here, just like very logical and not in your feels and emotions, maybe because you don't want to get hurt and open up. I am sensing that this person is more in their emotions and feels than you are, just because they're showing up as the Hanged Man and the Fool. um and although that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but there are two women, so like whoever the feminine is perhaps could be the one. But let me just clarify the Queen of Swords. So for how they feel about each other, the Three of Cups. It's like you're not allowing, for some reason, like you're not allowing to go deep. Like you're not allowing yourself to go deep into your feelings and emotions towards each other. This could be marrying each other, like this could be both of you, but it's like you're both staying a little bit guarded, a little bit protective, and it's like more like lighthearted fun, lighthearted feelings. It's like, yeah, I like you, let's have fun together. Like, like obviously I like you. Like to me, the Three of Cups is like a like card. It's not like deep love. It's friendship, it's fun, it's lightheartedness, like it's that kind of energy. It's not like deep, like Scorpion and King of Cups type of energy. So I'm just getting like how you guys feel about each other is you have a lot of fun together. You have great communication. Like I do think that you guys have great communication with this Queen of Swords here. You're on the same page about a lot of things. You get each other. There's a lot of humor between each other. I think you guys are both funny, or you make each other laugh, quick-witted, very just sharp, right? Like sharp minded, very alert, observant, aware. Like, so you guys definitely vibe on that level, like mentally, I guess if a really strong mental connection. When it comes to emotions, it might be hard for you guys to open up to the depth of love between you guys. Um, or at least like in the beginning, there's a little bit of guardedness there, is what I'm sensing. Um, Okay, so what is communication between you guys going to be? We have the Eight of Wands. So, like I said, you guys are going to be very good. It's very positive communication. Like this is literally like, yes, incoming news is literally the Eight of Wands card. So I'm just getting that like this person's going to constantly be texting you. They're constantly going to be like talking to you. You guys are going to be texting a lot, talking a lot, like on the phone. Like I don't think communication is going to be an issue. I don't think it's going to be stagnant or stale or like having to wait 500 years for them to respond, or their responses are just like one word. I feel like this person's just as equally into, like, let's say long paragraph long messages as you are, if that's your thing. Because it's like kind of what Gemini energy reminds me of. I'm a Gemini, I know that. So when I text with people with I'm Gemini in their chart, oh yeah, they're giving me back paragraph long responses. When I text with someone who doesn't have a lot of air, it's like two words. It's like, okay, you're boring. So I just feel like you guys are definitely going to have that back and forth, like quick banter, and just the it's gonna float. Like conversation's gonna be really um like positive and powerful in this connection. So I think you guys will be able to talk about a lot of things, but I think it's a lot of talking and intellect and not so much feeling. Not so much feeling. It's a lot of grounded, earthy stuff that you guys are going to talk about, and just lighthearted fun. Like your conversations might be just more lighthearted and more um maybe like service level a little bit, but it's going to be fun. So it's not like it's going to be boring, like it's going to be a good time. It's just not necessarily like those deeper, like more philosophical conversations, or like about your deep feelings and emotions for each other. Um, and then we have, for your biggest struggle, your potential struggles, is the Page of Pentacles. Maybe it's the struggle is because your person is so stubborn. I don't know. I don't know who's who, but like, yeah, your person is like, okay, they have the Fool and the Hangman energy, like they're very high level, like, they do go to full, they're fun to be around, and they do have like wisdom, very intuitive, but also like Pisces energy is just very mysterious, like it's just the unknown, right? It's like just all of it's the 12th house of like the unconscious and just like things that are way below the surface. So maybe this person just holds a lot of that in and doesn't necessarily like know how to express it outward. All of the Fool is very expressive and like open with themselves, but maybe they're more open in a physical way, like they're physically more affectionate with this Taurus energy, like very touchy feely, very sensual and like affectionate, but maybe not so good with expressing their feelings. But they're still good with like you guys to have good communication. It's just maybe this person struggles a little bit with expressing like their feelings, and maybe you do too. Honestly, maybe you both do, and that's why you both see each other and how you feel about each other is the Queen of Swords, because like you feel the other is both a little bit like not like a little bit emotionally detached, I guess, and more about like just lighthearted fun. And that's kind of how you guys see each other. And then, we don't have a lot of like cups or like water energy here. So yeah, maybe this person's just a little bit like just not as emotional. Click out the Page of Pentacles. You have the Magician, communication, stuff good communication. And we have the Devil. Um, ooh, maybe like like, well, the Devil, I mean, that is a toxic energy, and then with the Magician, that's like the trickster, and then with the Devil next to it, it's kind of like manipulation through words, because like the Page of Pentacles is about, it's the messenger, right? So tell me more about this. What is this? Tell me more about the Magician and the Devil. What is this specifically? Not drawing the conclusions here. The Ten of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. There's something about like it's heavy, it's a burden, it needs to be released, and then there's a stagnancy, waiting, reevaluating. The way that they're communicating to you could be a little bit manipulative and acting maybe more innocent than you are. This person acts maybe a little bit more innocent than they are. Because hmm, okay, so what's the outcome for the High Priestess? What's the outcome of this relationship? And the High Priestess. Let's look at signs no outcome of the Eight of Swords and the Sun. Okay, so let me just, before I try to interpret that, okay, so we have the Four of Wands at the bottom, which is about a beautiful, happy family, happy marriage celebration. It's a soulmate energy. It's beautiful. Then under that we have the Five of Swords. Like she's been stabbed in the back, he stabbed her, she's broken. There's like some conflict in communication. There is some bullshit. But then we have the Two of Cups at the bottom and the Ten of Cups. So I almost feel like maybe you guys like get in some sort of like a fight. Like that's the trouble, right? So this isn't the ending of the relationship. It's a fucking trouble. Sorry for my language. I don't know why that came out, but it's just a struggle. Like that question isn't necessarily saying like how is this gonna end. This is just like a main thing that you guys are gonna face in this relationship, and it does have to do with some some sort of toxic communication, and it could very well be the Five of Swords, to where like you guys have some shitty argument where one person hurts the other because they say some really mean words. This could just be that. This could just be like someone just says some mean things to the other to put the other down. That makes them feel really exhausted. And then there's like a break that you guys take from each other, right? Like you guys are like, maybe it's like a mini breakup or something, or you guys can, if I, talk for 10 days or 7 days or something like that. Um, and it does put you in this like overthinking mode and just like, damn, I don't know how to move forward. Because like the potential outcome of this is the high priestess. It's unknown, it's mysterious, it's you don't know. We don't know how it's gonna turn out. And I think we don't know is because like there's no clarity. Like these are opposing energies. The Eight of Swords and the Sun. The Eight of Swords is very blocked energy. You don't really see what's going on. You're blindfolded, and the Sun is all about clarity, the sun shining. And like happiness, freedom, radiance, whereas the Eight of Swords is like just completely living in fear. So it's like it could go both ways. I think it does it. That's the High Priestess. It's like it's not known. Like it can go in the way of like, I think it depends like how you guys deal with this situation. So just want to get advice for you. So like how would be advice for pile three with regard to this connection, like what they should choose. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so get into your heart space. The Four of Wands. Okay, so I do think that this is a safe relationship, the unknown card. The Tower, but reversed. So it doesn't have to be a full blown tower. I don't read reversals, but I will here. Um, it's unknown because it really depends, I think, on you and how you choose to react to this situation. Whatever this is, this struggle that you guys have, this like fight or whatever, I feel like you have a tendency to really overthink things. And I'm not saying that you're wrong and this person's right. No, the Five of Swords is like you're both wrong. Like nobody wins. You both fucked up. But I just feel like you do have the tendency to overthink things and to get stuck in your head about it. And you might be the stubborn one that like I don't want to give in. I don't want to forgive. I don't want to. I'm just gonna cut you out. I'm gonna be the Queen of Swords. Like I'm not. And you're being asked to, and so that's like the tower moment reverse, where it's like it's a fight, but it's not the tower. Like it's not the tower to where everything does fall apart. Like it doesn't have to fall apart. It's upside down. You can prevent it from falling apart by focusing on the love in your heart. So like I feel like being honest with yourself about your feelings about this person, that you do love this person, because I do feel like you love this person, and maybe expressing that more and being more in your heart space, because you are coming through a lot. It's like the Queen of Swords and just like very mental and in your head and not so much in your heart. And this person's I don't know, this person's a little stubborn as well, but they seem to have more okay, this person's less in their head, I guess that's the best way. This person's less in their head than you, because they're more like, okay, I'm not going to overthink things, I'm going to go with the flow and just trust. But maybe you lack that trust, and then that's why you overthink things. So anyway, it's just like trusting your intuition, trusting your heart, giving this a chance, coming forward from a place of love and respect and appreciation. And I think that's going to reverse this tower and not end it, because I think it could work out. I think that if you address your own fears with the Eight of Swords, if you address your own fears that are impacting this situation that happens here, I think you guys can have like happiness together. Like there's healing energy. This is vibrancy, fun, happiness. This is Leo energy, just like radiating. This is following your soul, like being aligned with your soul. Like I just feel like this relationship could definitely have a beautiful, happy ending. But it really does depend on like how much effort you want to put into it. Um, and I just want to see like how does this person feel? Like a group three, like master's relationship. Like does this person, what is their viewpoint on group three? Like how do they feel about group three? The Seven of Pentacles. So Eight of Swords. Maybe this is their energy. or you guys, like I said, you're mirroring each other or something. The lovers. Okay, what I'm getting is that I'm getting that this person's only confused about you and like their feelings for you because you are confused. Like they're I feel like this person loves you, like with the lovers. Like I feel like this person loves you and wants to be with you. But you make them sad. Like it's almost like you break their heart with the 5 of Cups. Like they're the ones that are grieving. How do they feel about you? Like they're the ones that are grieving because you're not able to get out of your head maybe and like address some of those fears that you're projecting onto this connection, this person, and it makes them sad. It breaks their heart because they're like, well, I want to be with this person, I want to unite, but like I can't if they're not willing to like see beyond that bullshit and get in their heart space. So I almost feel like this person's waiting for you to like realize that, because I feel like this person does love you and want to be in a relationship with you. And I'm not trying to like put this on you and blame you for anything. Well, look, there's a fight. There's a 5 of Swords again. There's some sort of fight where you guys are defensive and you need to reconcile that. And like you need to come back together from love, apologies, forgiveness, love, and let's go. Let's make this happen. Let's get our egos out of the way. Okay, so let me know some timing on when this relationship is going to happen for you. So, can you please give us a timeline, maybe, for when group 3 will be in this relationship? Okay, so we have full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. We have you're very close to achieving your goal at the bottom. That's gibbous moon. And then let's get a tarot card. So when is there a timeline you can give us about when group 3 will be in this relationship? The 2 of Cups. Oh, this will be a nice relationship. I think Spirit is just giving that last confirmation that like, yeah, this might not have been like the most fairy tale sort of story, but it is a beautiful connection. It really is. But I mean, there's shit we gotta deal with, and we're not perfect. And I think this person is definitely going to like trigger that in you and in them as well. To like, there's something about communication here. It's really good, the communication, but it's also potent and it could also be hurtful. Like as good as it is, it could also have create just as much damage, because words are important. Like in this connection, words are important. You guys could be air signs, but or Aquarius. So yeah, show the world the real you. So this is Aquarius. So this could happen in February. So from whenever you're watching this Aquarius season could be significant, or whenever there's a full moon in Aquarius to be more specific. But or as far as a timeline, it could be like from when I'm recording this Aquarius season is like 7 months from now. So that could be a time frame. Um but just don't take that so literal. With the 2 of Cups is showing me, first of all, that this is going to be an equally reciprocated relationship. It's not one-sided. Like this, it's not like you're like it's this person loves you. Like this person looks at you as their soulmate. So like or at the very least like a potential beautiful partner that they want to be with. Like they this is a serious relationship, so like they want to be with you, they want to commit to you, like they love you. And I think you will reciprocate it back. Like I think that gets part of your destiny, like to do that. um the Cups are a slower moving energy. It's not like super quick. It's right after Earth, so it's like Earth is the slowest moving, and then we have Cups. So this could be honestly, I'm not necessarily getting like a specific time. Like I'm not getting 2 months, I'm not getting 2 years, like I'm not getting anything with that. Oh, I'm getting February. I'm like, okay, what am I getting with that too? Which is Aquarius season, February. So this could definitely happen in the winter time, like around February. Um, let's see, what's the hybrid? Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Look, another two. Two, two, two. And that's all about love and peace and balance and harmony and relationships and romance. um and like the divine feminine. So like I just feel that you will have this is a beautiful relationship and it will happen. But like with the high priestess coming out twice now, that's kind of what I was feeling. Like, what am I getting with this two of cups? And it's like I'm not getting anything, I'm not getting a time frame. Like it's just kind of mysterious to me. Like nothing is really coming to me. And then why? Because the high priestess, because we're not meant to know. So this is one of those situations where it's gonna happen when it happens. Um yeah, this is a soulmate connection though. It's worth waiting for sure. The Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, King of Swords. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm getting for timing. If anything like came out, it would be like Aquarius season, like would be the most obvious thing here in this reading with like the February coming out or whatever. Obviously it could be 2 years, but I mean that's crazy. Like 2 years for your next year's relationship. I mean maybe for some of you that's not crazy, but I'm sure that's you don't want to hear that. But that could be a thing. So that's that for the timing. Um but yeah, that is your next serious relationship. I'm gonna enter reading there. I hope that that was helpful and I don't know, you enjoyed that. And it give you something to look forward to. Please let me know if it resonated in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your journey and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.